This is KCAA.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a child of God, a husband, NRA conservative, radical right-wing supervillain, and Twitter rock star. American by birth, Texan by choice, and a badass by nature. He's the owner of TomO'Halloran.com, O'Halloranmedia.com, and Patriot-Radio.net. Please welcome Tom O'Halloran.
There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Welcome to the fastest hour in radio. This is the Tuesday night edition of the Patriot-Radio Show. I'm your host, Tom O'Halloran, and I'm broadcasting tonight from my underground bunker deep in Arcantana, Brascarado. And I'm here to educate, irritate, and agitate. In fact, if you're not agitated by the time this show's over, don't worry about it because I'm agitated enough for both of us. Again, my name's Tom O'Halloran. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm a Sir_TPO himself. My primary blog is TomO'Halloran.com. And when you get there, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, all the other good stuff. And while there, please follow my editor, Veronica Coffin. She manages 15 websites on our network. She also produces this show. Without Veronica's hard work and dedication, I wouldn't be able to do this. Please follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Patriot Radio Show, and like us there as well. If you'd like to join the conversation tonight, please call 888-909-1050. If you'd like to listen to the show on your phone, the number is 832-999-1050. Now, I'm on the air 3 nights a week, so please be sure to catch the Patriot Radio Show tomorrow night. Same time, same place on the web at thepatriotradioshow.com. On Fridays, though, I do something a little differently. I do Jihad on America, where I take on everything Islamist. I tell you who they are, what they want, and why you should be afraid. I take on everything about Islam, both here and abroad, and I do the news about Islam abroad because it's a look into the future of what's going to happen here in our country if we continue to allow the cancer of Islam to spread. Now, if you haven't caught my show, The Muslim Brotherhood, or my show, Islam is Not a Religion, or my show, last Friday's show, on Islamophobia, find your way to PatriotRadioShow.com. Catch all 3 of these shows. They will open your eyes on the subject. They'll give you a viewpoint you've probably not heard anywhere else. It'll also give you a good solid foundation upon which we build each and every Friday. You can keep abreast of all of my shows, listen to the live stream, as well as catch the archives of any shows you may have missed, all at PatriotRadioShow.com. Now, I've got a real special show for you tonight. We're trying to get my guest on the phone. I was at a Republic of Texas meeting last Saturday. Most of the guys there, gals there, my age, 60 and more, having a peaceful assembly. When after about 10 minutes into the meeting, the lights came up because we were watching a slideshow presentation, and in entered sheriffs, about 15 sheriffs from 5 different counties, the Texas Rangers, the Marshals, representatives from the Texas Attorney General's Office, and the FBI. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to come right back, and we're going to tell you all about it. My special guest and I will go through the entire process with you, tell you what it was about, and tell you why you should be upset, even though you weren't there. We'll be right back.
Tom O'Halloran.
We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. All brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Of my red, white, and
blue. Folks, my apologies. We've had some technical issues tonight. I've lost connectivity with the station a couple of times. My guests can't seem to get in. But what happened is I belong to an organization called the Republic of Texas. And you can look the organization up. The website is thetexasrepublic.com. They've been around for many years. Texas, unlike most other states, all other states, was a republic. It was a freestanding nation until 1845, when through a series of negotiations and treaties, we were annexed into the country. And some of my technical terms on that process will be off because I'm still learning the details. But what is a fact, if there's a group of about 35 to 40 of us, we have monthly meetings, we have a sitting Senate, a sitting Congress, we have an Attorney General, we have a Secretary of State, we have county judges in each county. I happen to be the General Land Commissioner for the Republic of Texas. I've only been involved for a couple of months. I joined up with them when my good friend Jimmy McIver passed away back in December. He was involved with the organization. He believed in it with all his heart. The belief in the organization is that the treaty was fraudulent. It was brought to, and again, don't take the technical details of this process to heart because I don't have all the legalese from what happened in 1845 down. But it was believed to be fraudulent. And it is believed that if we can get a hearing in the international court, we have to do it that way because if we sue here in the United States, they're of course going to say, no, you're a state, you can't have your independence. But if we can get a hearing in an international court, the belief is that we will get international recognition and Texas will once again be a freestanding country. We have these meetings in the hopes of bringing forth our freedom, our liberty, the way it was meant to be, to do it through a legal and peaceful process. But on Valentine's morning, we were meeting at the VFW Hall in Bryan, Texas. At the beginning of the meeting, we were watching a slideshow presentation, so the room was darkened. As the presentation ends, the lights come up, and one of the guests that had introduced himself as a guest walked to the back of the room, opened the door, and in come a cadre of officials like I haven't seen in a very, very long time. There were sheriff's deputies, about 15 of them from 5 different counties. There were representatives from the Texas District Attorney's Office out of Austin. The Texas Marshals were here. The Texas Rangers were here. The FBI was here. They served a search warrant. It was issued by the 216th District Court, Judge Keith Williams. He's alleging that an unauthorized summons was issued by the Republic of Texas. Unauthorized summons. Well, because he's the judge of the state of Texas, he has issues with us issuing summonses. We're under the belief that we're still a republic, so we're doing it this way. I'm not here to argue the legal points of what happened with that summons. What I do know is in the search warrant that they served on the building, 2 people were named, the 2 people that drew up the subpoena. They had subpoenaed a judge. The Republic of Texas submitted a subpoena on a judge. They served it on a judge who had allowed somebody's home to go into foreclosure. Again, I am not going into the details of that lawsuit because I don't know the details. What I do know is that a search warrant was issued by a judge in Kerr County, and it was served on a building in Montgomery County. I do know that 2 people were named on the search warrant, and I do know that the search warrant also authorized the serving officials to, and I shall read this to you because it is bizarre. Further, it says, the court grants you leave and authority to search the premises of VFW Hall located at such address, including all outbuildings and vehicles on the premises belonging to or under the control of those who are present at the event. And, get this, and to take said computers, cellular telephones, and media storage devices, and transport said items to Kerr or Travis County. Conduct a forensic examination of items in a qualified laboratory. So even though I was not in the search warrant, my cell phone was stolen from me One by one, we were marched into the hallway. We were fingerprinted. We were photographed against our will. We had our equipment stolen from us. Now, I have never known a search warrant to grant such open fishing expeditions. They are going, I didn't have my laptop, but some people had their laptops with them. They had briefcases with documents. One of the gentlemen had several gold coins and silver coins. We have them for the Republic of Texas. They're our own coins. We make them and we sell them. There's nothing illegal about that. So they stole about $15,000 worth of gold coins, numerous documents, personal effects, cell phones, and computers. Now, we talk a lot on this show about tyranny. This is tyranny firsthand. Ironically, the slideshow we were watching just before this went down was a discussion about liberties, about what happens when we lose our rights, what happens in a country where you don't have the right to peacefully assemble. Some people in the district attorney's office several years ago tried to get a search warrant. They jailed one of the members of the Republic of Texas and refused to release her until she released a list of members of the Republic of Texas. She got a hearing before a judge, and the judge said, absolutely not. You cannot force an organization to give up membership. This is what Lois Lerner did. She was ferreting out political organizations that were against hers and the administration's liking. They were targeting them, harassing them. 30 peacefully assembling citizens of the state of Texas, of the Republic of Texas, were treated worse than the drug cartel, the criminals that are sneaking across our border. Over 100,000 criminal, illegal aliens were apprehended by the federal government last year alone. None of them had to surrender their cell phones. I doubt they were frisked and photographed and fingerprinted either, because that would be insensitive. That would be racist. We can't treat foreigners that way in this country. But they did to us. Now, I was expecting a guest call in tonight. I was expecting a call from the Senate President, actually the Vice President of the Republic of Texas. We seem to have problems getting him on the line. If you have a call, if you have questions, if you would like to know any details about what happened this week, please give me a call. I don't have a great deal of show other than telling you about this. We've got a break to take. We'll be right back, and I'll be here to answer any calls. If you want to speak to me, the number is 888-909-1050.
Tom O'Halloran, holding the line against tyranny from Washington, D.C.
This is the Patriot Radio Show, and I am your host, Tom O'Halloran. And like that return music said, that ain't my America. Folks, we're blessed. The technology gods have smiled upon us. Ed Brenham, my friend, the Senate President from District 12, the Vice President of the Republic of Texas. Ed, are you with me, brother?
Yes, sir. I'm amazing. I'm sorry.
Well, in addition to not getting you in, I've lost audio for about 5 times now, so thanks for joining us. Now, in your absence, I gave a rundown. I gave a synopsis of what the organization is, what happened on Saturday. Would you fill in some of the legalese? I did not talk about the, other than mentioning that there was one, I did not talk about the